All right, let's, everyone's in anticipation for this meeting. So let's, good evening. I would like to bring the February 2022-2024 meeting of the Interboro Board of School Directors to order. May we have a roll call, please? Mrs. Caldwell.
Thank you, Mr. Chabot. Ms. Wilkin? Here. Mr. Willis?
Here.
Mr. Harris?
Here.
Ms. Joseph? Here. Ms. Fagan?
Here.
Mr. Goldsboro? Mr. Evans?
Here.
Mr. Chabot.
Here. All right, at this time, I'm going to do the invocation and the pledge of allegiance. Heavenly Father, please hear our prayer. Bless all schools, colleges, and especially the Interboro School District, and grant to this board in their deliberations this evening the spirit of wisdom, truth, and knowledge. What is undertaken always be done in clarity, in charity, and in peace, and what we do might be for the benefit of others. All this we ask in your name. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, next up we have our reports from our student representatives. We have Kendra Hopkins here for Grace Receiver, and we also have Andrew Hoops.
Good evening. At the kindergarten on Friday, January 12th, the students celebrated Eagle Spirit Day. The students wore their Eagles or green shirts to show their support for the Philadelphia Eagles. On Friday, January 26th, the students at the kindergarten wore their neon colors to school.
At Glen Olden School, January 15th, students were off to honor Martin Luther King. And we were lucky enough to have a snow day on January 16th. On Thursday, January 18th, Glen Olden held a middle school spelling bee. Also on the 18th, students came to school very relaxed in their pajamas. January 19th was the end of the marking period for middle school and was also another fun-filled snow day for all students.
At Norwood, on Friday, January 26th, our middle school PBIS sponsored a rewards breakfast. The students enjoyed hanging out with their friends, eating breakfast, and playing board games. On January 26th, our monthly PBIS theme day was Disney. The students and teachers all looked great in their Disney attire. On January 30th, our life skills students went to the Camden Aquarium and had a great time seeing the fish and walking the rope over the shark. On January 31st, we held our winter Title I night. We had a great turnout and all enjoyed their time learning more about what Title I can do for their students. On February 1st, our teachers and students began to celebrate and recognize Black History Month. There will be many educational opportunities for the students to participate in this month. On February 7th, we recognized our students for January. The students received a certificate, wristband, and a special treat. The week of February 5th to 9th, we celebrated the National School Counselors. Norwood has two wonderful counselors, and we appreciate all that they do for Norwood and our students. On Saturday, February 10th, our home and school sponsored the annual Me and My Guy dance for girls and their special guy. They had a fun evening. On Saturday, February 17th, our home and school sponsored a trip to Iceworks Skating Complex. This was a fundraiser for home and school, and the students and guests enjoyed their time on the ice. On February 20th, our life skills students went to the Fall Cup game.
For Prospect Park had a busy start to the 2024 year. We held many fun events that students and staff participated in, including Middle School PBIS Reward Day, which included bingo, a magician show, and youth pick events. School-wide crazy hat/hair day. It was a blast seeing everyone with their silly hats and hair. Even Mr. Rubin grew hair for the day. Our PBIS program held a school-wide assembly, Barn Hill Preserve, brought animals and taught our students about the unique animals. The students even had an opportunity to take a picture with an owl or a bearded dragon. Our middle school spelling bee was intense, as students did a great job getting through many lists of words. Congratulations to the following students for getting first, second, and third place. First place was James Lynn, second place was Rhiannon Stamp, and third place was Lauren Fry. February is jam-packed with many fun activities coming up, and we are looking forward to the upcoming community and school events.
At Tinicum, January presented itself as a winter wonderland of fun. Students enjoyed a day of service on Martin Luther King Day on January 15th, followed by a snow day on January 16th. On January 19th, students attended school virtually due to even more snow. However, the snow didn't stop our home and school gift card bingo that night as 225 people trudged through the snowflakes to make their way to the Lazaretto Ballroom for a fun night of family, friends, and fun. Gift card prizes were awarded for each bingo game winner, and there were additional raffle baskets and two 50-50 raffles to be won. It was a great way to end a virtual learning day. On January 24th, Tinicum School held our middle school spelling bee. And after 19 rounds of competition, the following students were victorious. First place, Aiden Derrickson in 6th grade. Second place, Kylie Ryan in 8th grade. And third place, Vincent DiPaolo in 8th grade. Aiden and Kylie will be representing Tinicum School in the countywide spelling bee at the DCIU on February 24th. Good luck, Aiden and Kylie. Student Council hosted a soda tab collection contest. Thank you to all of our students for collecting soda tabs to benefit the Ronald McDonald House of Philadelphia. Congratulations to Miss Dalton's class, 2nd grade class, for collecting the most tabs in elementary, and to Section 6 Blue for collecting the most tabs in middle school, and earning the opportunity to view Sonic Prime and Percy Jackson. To wrap up the month, our PBIS team celebrated our students with a cookie decorating and hot chocolate experience with the principals, and Bucky the Buccaneer personally presented our Student of the Month recipients with their certificates.
For the high school, our events for this month were midterm and final exams were the week of January 16th. The 8th grade visits were on January 18th and the 22nd. Our sock drive ended with 496 pairs collected on January 23rd. The frosh dance was from 6 to 9 p.m. in the gym on January 26th. Black History Month began on February 1st. Our Blue Out girls basketball game raised over $1,200 for Bucks-a-thon, benefiting CHOP. Our Powder Buff game, which is juniors versus senior boys, and then our staff versus girls volleyball team raised money for CHOP as well on February 15th. And for our upcoming events, February 27th, we have free sports physicals for spring sports from 5 to 7 p.m. March 2nd is our craft fair. March 4th, spring sports begin for high school, including baseball, softball, boys and girls outdoor track, and boys and girls lacrosse, as well as girls flag football. For March 21st, we have our soapbox speech competition, and March 25th to April 1st is our spring break. That concludes our student body report.
Thank you. All right, up next, recognition. We do not have any this evening. So we can move on to public comment. There's no public comment either, so we can move on to next motion, which is motion number 5. I think that's why most people are here tonight. So, Mr. Cleaver, do you want to grab Matt, make sure he's in here for it? All right, so I'll make the motion that the Board of School Directors approve the appointment of Matthew Cleaver to represent Region 7, Precinct 1, 3, and 4 in Prospect Park Borough.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Are there any questions or comments from board members? Question? I just make a quick comment. I just, when Mr. Phelps resigned effective January 1st, I'm happy that Matt stepped up to the plate, being an Interboro Buck alumni. The Cleaver family also has, played a big role in Interboro for the last, 20, 25, 30 years. So it's not a surprise that Matt is continuing that service to the Interboro School District. So we're excited to have you, and if there's no other questions or comments, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 7-0. Congratulations.
You ready? And just on a side note, the Cleavers have been very, very good to the Hopper family. The Cleavers were nice enough to hire my son-in-law. He was, during summer, in college, and for many years after he graduated, he learned many things and did very well. So I'm very happy to be doing this for you all today. Thank you. You ready? Okay. You can repeat after me. I, Matthew Cleaver,
I, Matthew Cleaver,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to serve, obey, and defend
to serve, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United
the
States
Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth
and the Constitution of the
of
Commonwealth
Pennsylvania,
of Pennsylvania,
and will,
and will,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
fulfill the duty
fulfill the duty
and responsibilities
and responsibilities
of School Board Director
of School Board Director
for the Interboro School District
for the Interboro School District
with fidelity.
with fidelity.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. For you.
All right, welcome, Mr. Cleaver. All right, Mr. Goldsboro is not here tonight, so in order to fulfill the secretary responsibilities, we need to appoint a temporary secretary. So the next motion is to, that the Board of School Directors appoint Chaz Willis to serve as Secretary Pro Tem for this meeting only, according to Section 4-405 of the Pennsylvania School Code.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Are there any questions or comments from board members? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 8-0. All right, next up, Mr. Willis.
Motion 7.1, the following minutes of the regular meeting of the Interboro School Board of Directors held on January 17th, 2024 be approved.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments from board members? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 8-0.
Moving into financial, motion 9.1,
It's solicitor's report, sorry.
oh, sorry.
All good. Next up, Mr. Gubbio for solicitor's report.
Certainly. Thank you, Mr. President, Superintendent Riley, board members, members of the public, good evening. I'd like to, from the solicitor's report, I would like to thank Magisterial District Justice Mary Hopper for being here this evening to swear Matt in, and I join in the congratulations, Matt. Sworn in to be sworn at, with a smile, and just a little joke, and the Cleaver family, congratulations. I echo the President's sentiments with regard to your family history in this area. My office for this month had worked on a number of the contracts that are on this agenda, along with a number of other occasionally confidential items. One of the items that has come out the last week or so, there was a federal court decision by Chief Justice Sanchez, and the import of the decision that could cause a number of problems is that, now my Face ID won't work, is that this is a case that determined that an individual working at a school district through a staffing agency was a school employee for lawsuit purposes. You occasionally get cases like this. They are occasionally one-off cases that conflict with some other areas of the law, so we'll have to see how that pans out. I will discuss this matter in further detail with Superintendent Riley and and Bob Kelly with regard to HR. It could have some insurance impacts. It is inconsistent with some of the other rulings that are out there along the lines of how individuals who are employed by staffing agencies and utilized by schools are treated. So we will have to determine that, but it was an opinion authored by the Chief Judge of the Eastern District Court. So you have to sort of take a look at that. I'll let you know if it's appealed to the Third Circuit or not, and I'll keep you posted. But I don't see any dramatic changes that we have to adhere to, but it's something to pay attention to in terms of that development. That would conclude my report. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Gubbio. All right, Mr. Willis, next motion.
Motion 9.1, that the treasurer's report for the month ending January 31st, 2024 be approved.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments from board members? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries 9-0, or 8-0. Next motion.
Motion 9.2, that the fund disbursements in the amount of $10,159,337.70 be approved.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments from board members? Mr. Willis, you knocked that out of the ballpark. Motion has been moved and seconded. No other comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 8-0. Next motion, Mr. Evans. Or Mr. Willis. Sorry. Sorry, Mr. Evans.
Motion 9.3, that the budget transfers for 2023 through 2024 be approved.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments from board members? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries 8-0. Mr. Willis, is there any correspondence this evening?
There is no correspondence.
Okay. Next up, we have our committee reports. First up is the Finance Committee. I'm going to briefly share some highlights from our finance meeting held February 5th at 7 p.m. The first item that was on the agenda was the general fund budget presentation. A couple of the highlights from the preliminary budget. Mr. High School reviewed that currently at a 0% tax increase, we have a $1.8 million deficit. Now, that sounds high, but the biggest factors including in that are the increases to salary and benefits, and then the ending of a lot of the federal money that we had received during COVID, the ESSER money. So it's, the decisions are being made now of, what that we purchase with that money. Are we still going to purchase with the general operating budget? So there's decisions being made with the departments, along with also coming in to see what the state budget looks like, to see if we get any additional revenue from there. We're confident that we can reduce the deficit and have a low impact on the taxpayers. The next item on the agenda, Mr. Galloway shared his facility department budget presentation along with some summer project proposals. There were some increases to the operational budget that he presented due to new lawnmowers, blacktop repairs, and gym floor refinishings. We also discussed the summer projects, which would include the update or replacement for our fire alarm system, as well as our intrusion system. We discussed improving each building's electrical surge protection, which we've realized coming out of COVID, there have been a lot of times where some of the buildings, the surge protectors were failing, and putting a lot of overtime to try to fix them. So looking at improving those. And then also painting the interior of Glen Olden and Prospect Park. Last summer we did Tinicum and Norwood, so this summer we're looking to do Glen Olden and Prospect Park. And as we did the tours going through Norwood, it really brightened it up. Going through Tinicum, it really brightens the building up, giving that facelift. So I'm sure some of the principals can attest to that as well. The last item was reviewing the preliminary financial statements, and then the meeting was adjourned. Our next meeting will be held March 4th at 7 p.m. via Zoom. Okay, Mr. Willis, the GBO Committee.
GBO Committee, we had 2 items on the agenda for the meeting. 2024 through 2025 preliminary calendar was reviewed by Valerie Ekman, and the other proposal, or the other presentation, was an RFP, went over for dark fiber by Rob Son.
Okay.
And the next one is.
Yes, and also Mr. Willis.
Which is legislative. Unfortunately, there's a lot more to this one. The Legislative Committee we held on February 14th, 2024. First part of the meeting, we reviewed Governor Shapiro and leaders of the General Assembly outlined goals for 2024. The 2 main points with education funding was touted as a main priority, with keen attention to the Commonwealth Court ruling that the current funding system is unconstitutional, and recommendations on addressing the issue from the Basic Education Founding Commission that were reported last month. We also discussed that the report documented a $5.4 billion gap in funding that must be closed to bring the Commonwealth into constitutional compliance. Republican State Rep Joe Adams resigned, leaving an opening. A special election will be held to fill the vacancy. That does throw a balance into the House right now, but it hasn't changed anything. The balance is still the same as it is. Legislation, Senate Bill 801, Literacy Through Achievement for All Pennsylvanians, was reported as amended. Very long thing. The bill is basically, trying to find, ensuring literacy achievement for children across the Commonwealth. It's a bill that's been moving through the process for a while. They made some amendments for it, nothing real major. We have, the next three bills are all about mental health. House Bill 1519, Student Mental Health Days. Legislation would allow students to take 3 excused absences for mental health reasons without requiring a doctor's note. The second bill, House Bill 1553, Suicide Prevention Hotline on student IDs. This bill requires schools to include suicide prevention hotline telephone number on a student identification card for students grades 6 through 12. And House Bill 1665, increasing student success with more school counselor support. This legislation would create School Counseling Services Act, which would require the schools to develop a robust, comprehensive school counseling plan. Next legislation committee is 31324.
All right, Mr. Harris, Delaware County Community or Intermediate Unit.
Thank you, Mr. Chabot. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for coming out on this rainy day. That's my practice. The Delaware County Intermediate Unit Board of Directors met on February 8th, 2024. Approved a contract with Garner Valley School District for the DCI to provide 10 hours of threat assessment consultation. Accepted June 30th, 2023 final audit report for Delaware County Intermediate Unit and the Delaware County Technical Schools. Authorized the board secretary to seek nominations for intermediate unit board membership for the term of July 1st, 2024 through June 30th, 2027 for the following school district: Chichester, Pendelco, Rose Tree Media, Upper Darby, and Wallingford Swarthmore. Our next meeting is Wednesday, March 6th, 2024. That is all.
Okay. All right, Mr. Evans, save the best for last, Capital Improvement Committee.
So I attended a contractor's regularly scheduled weekly meeting this afternoon and got updates on the admin project as well as the high school and the pre-K and early learning academy here. So for the high school update, roofer has started laying a roof deck on the new north and south additions. Mechanical forces are still working inside. They're building framing protection. You probably see it off of 16th Street. We're essentially closing in the 2-story addition on the 16th Street side so that they can heat it and put foam insulation on the steelwork. Once they get that done, they'll probably move their back and do the same thing. The rear addition, second floor, should be poured on this Monday coming, and then the roof deck there will follow. The new boilers are assembled. The new water heaters are in place, but not yet in service. Steel frame for the chillers. The chillers are going to be roof mounted now, so they have to have a galvanized steel frame. So that steel frame is at the galvanizers. Temporary partitions will be going in some of the hallways and over the break in several locations. We haven't heard any updates on the traffic study request, nor on the athletic complex proposal. The admin update today, we mostly were going through like, let's say floor and wall treatments, and then we asked the contractors and architects to separate out some things that the school district might opt to do to self-perform, to bring the cost of the overall admin pre-K kindergarten academy project, bring the cost down. They've already, he provided us an update on the cost and a breakdown on the cost today, already reducing it by $708,000. And if we are able to self-perform the doors, the painting, and maybe not pave the little back lot, we'll save another $500,000 or more. So what they'll do is when they write that contract up and it goes out for bid, we'll ask those things to be included in the bid as alternatives. Other than that, my next capital improvement committee will be held virtually March 26th at 6:30 p.m. Thank you.
All right, at this time, student representatives, you're free to go. All right, next motion, Mr. Willis.
All right, personnel, motion 12.1 through 12.9, beginning on page 2 and ending on page 5.
Check, second.
Motion
I was
has
being
been moved and seconded.
distracted.
Any questions or comments from board members? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 8-0. Next motion, Mr. Willis.
From the Office of Curriculum and Instruction, motions 13.1 through 13.12, starting on page 5, running through page 7.
Second.
Motions have been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments from board members? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 8-0. Next motion, Mr. Willis.
I'll read the whole sentence this time. Motion that the following items be approved from the Office of Special Education and Pupil Services. Motion 14.1 through 14.3.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments from board members? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Motion carries 8-0. Next motion, Ms. Willis.
Motion that the following items be approved from the Office of Technology. Motion 15.1 to 15.5, page 7 through page 8.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments from board members? Just real quick, 15.4 is what Mr. Willis referenced from the GBO committee that was discussed, that Mr. Sonnet had presented. All right, hearing no other questions or comments, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries 8-0. Next motion, Mr. Willis.
From the Office of Finance, motion that the following items be approved. 16.1.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments from board members? Just real quick, this is a standard motion that we do every year. It looks like a lot of money. It's not, we're just basically saying that they're exonerated from collecting those. It's just a standard procedure motion. All right, hearing no other questions or comments, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 8-0.
Mr. President, if I could just further illuminate that
Yeah.
topic. That motion, that does not mean that those dollars will not be collected. It's the motion that allows the Tax Claim Bureau in Delaware County Tax Office to begin collection of the delinquent dollars. So
Thank
it's
you.
not that they're not being collected, it is just the next step in collecting them.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Willis, next motion.
From Capital Improvement, motion that the following item be approved. 17.1.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments from board members? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 8-0. Next motion, Mr. Willis.
18, motion that the Board of School Directors approve Robert Kelly to attend Spring Workshop Series HR Boot Camp in Collingwood, New Jersey on February 20th, March 19th, and April 1st, 2024, at a cost of $389 to be paid from district funds.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments from board members? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 8-0. Next motion.
Number 19, motion that the Board of School Directors acknowledge the mid-year review of 2023 through 2024 health and safety plan.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments from board members? Again, just to reiterate, we had asked Mrs. Riley to explain this on Tuesday night. Again, it's just a standard vote. Nothing is changing. We still are getting ESSER money, so with the ESSER money, we are required to have health and safety plan. This is just part of that. Review it every 6 months. Okay, so nothing is changing. All right, hearing no other questions or comments, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 8-0. Next motion, Mr. Willis, is a roll call motion.
Right. Motion that the Board of School Directors approve preliminary 2024 to 2025 school year calendar.
Second?
Motion has been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments from board members? Hearing none. Mrs. Caldwell, can we have a roll call?
Mr. Cleaver?
Yes.
Ms. Wilkin?
Yes.
Mr. Willis?
Yes.
Mr. Harris?
Yes.
Ms. Joseph?
Yes.
Ms. Fagan?
Yes.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Chabot?
Yes. Motion carries 8-0. All right, is there any old business? Does anyone have any new business? All right. Pass it over to you, Mr. Riley.
Thank you very much. So tonight, we're going to take a little bit of focus on our athletic programs here. The district is still in need of some coaches. So if anyone knows of anyone or anyone who might be in the room here would like to coach, we are looking for a middle school 7th grade baseball coach, a boys soccer junior varsity coach, and we need 2 cheerleading coaches for our cheerleaders. Just a couple of updates. As you know, Kylie Arnott is our incredible diver here. She has won the District 1 championship and will be defending her state championship at Bucknell on March 15th or 15th. That date has not been determined yet. Logan Giordano and Jimmy Toland are competing in District 1 championships this weekend for swimming at York College, so we wish them well. We also have 10 wrestlers headed to District 1 championships at Hatboro Horsham. Both wrestling and girls swimming are the Del Valle champions for the 2024 season. High school spring sports begin on March 4th and middle school sports begin on March 18th. Free physicals are being held at the high school on February 27th from 5 to 7 p.m. Anyone playing a spring sport must register in Family ID. This year, we're also very excited that Interboro High School is piloting a girls flag football team sponsored by the PIAA and the Philadelphia Eagles. On March 16th, the Eagles will be hosting all of the flag football teams that are participating this season. We are excited to have a team, of course. This is an 8-game season with 4 home games and 4 away games for anybody that might be interested in attending. All of the spring sports schedules are available under the athletic tabs on the website. Also, it is with great pleasure to announce and congratulate Matthew Harris, as he has been awarded the Horatio Alger Scholarship valued at $25,000. Matthew is the first Interboro student to receive this prestigious scholarship. So on behalf of the board and administration, we want to congratulate him, of course, and we look forward to recognizing him as we do all of our other athletes and our scholars at the May board meeting. Thank you. And Matt, of course, welcome to you. Just a little note here, as I mentioned to Mr. Costanzo, both Matt and Justin were junior board reps when they were at the high school, and now here they are sitting on the school board. So it's great, and it's good to see that you are both giving back, and I'm sure that all stems from your time serving as junior reps under Mr. Costanza's leadership. Thank you.
All right, any board members have any comments? Okay. All right, hearing none, please visit the Interboro School District's website at www.interborosd.org for further information on the meetings listed below. On Monday, March 4th, 2024, a Finance Committee meeting with the GBO meeting immediately following will be held virtually at 7 p.m. The next work session of the Interboro Board of School Directors will be held virtually on Monday, March 18th, 2024 at 7 p.m. The next public meeting of the Interboro Board of School Directors will be held at the Administration Building on Wednesday, March 20th, 2024 at 7 p.m. And on Tuesday, March 26th, 2024, a Capital Improvement Committee meeting will be held virtually at 6:30 p.m. Meeting is adjourned.